Hey there. So I just wanted to start the video by stating that I am a cisgendered straight woman and my pronouns are she and hers. So my personal experience with gender roles has always been a challenge. I was 10'7" at birth, definitely built like a linebacker and have been thick my whole life. I was bullied when I was younger because of my height, my weight, and my boyish features, and the mullet definitely didn't help. So thanks, mom. I never felt like I fit in completely either. I was caught in between two worlds. I remember this one time when one of my friends and I wanted to play football back like in sixth grade. And so we had asked our coach if we could play, and he basically laughed in our face and said, "Yeah, right." So I felt pretty defeated, like I was wrong for even thinking about asking to be on the team. So I feel like a lack of representation in advertising and movies played a major role in these feelings that I had growing up. I grew up in the 90s where being anorexic was definitely the trend. So I felt a lot of pressure to fit into this mold, even though I knew it wasn't attainable. So I feel like the world has changed over the past 10 to 15 years. Thick women are in style, people pay for Brazilian butt lifts and get breast implants. So to me now as an adult, I laugh, but at the same time, I kind of harbor some resentment a little bit about those things that I experienced as a kid. So going back to what I mentioned about being in sports and wanting to be girly at the same time, I felt like this affects a lot of young people. Um, Whether you're straight, gay, lesbian, I feel like playing a sport or indulging in a beauty trend shouldn't be associated with gender or your sexual orientation. While I can acknowledge the scientific differences between men and women, the generals that are assigned to them at birth are just a social construct created by humans to be able to process what they see in front of them. And we've evolved since then. So, not to mention over history, the types of gendered social norms have also changed. That being said, if a person is born into a body and they don't feel like they can live their lives in a social way as that gender, I don't think that they should be forced to, live that way and suppress those feelings. Um, so if they hide those feelings, a lot of times they may choose to cope in a negative way, and that can become harmful to them as well as others around them. There can be a lot of pressure put on a person when it comes to their gender and their sexual orientation. Men can feel pressure from their fathers who want to have them act in a certain way because that's maybe how they've lived their lives, and how they were treated as a child too from maybe their parents, their father. They might also have a religion that disagrees with a certain lifestyle, which can be problematic to family dynamics. So it can be hard for a person to form an identity that they're happy with when living in a household that disapproves with your lifestyle. So a lot of times these issues can be intensely personal for a child that may be kicked out of their home after coming out to other family members. So I really think this is why the gay community is so positive and accepting of one another, because they've experienced those things on a certain level themselves. So I'll say it's important to be aware of students regarding these issues that they may experience in the real world. It's important that as a teacher, I redirect some of those conversations around gender norms to let young men know that it's okay to have emotions and share your feelings. And at the same time, letting young girls know that they can be strong and have the power to do whatever they want. Um, it's just more along the lines of breaking certain stereotypes about the certain roles that men and women have held in society in the past, and how regardless of a person's gender or their sexual orientation, a student should treat their peers with dignity and respect. So as for my two images, let me go ahead and share the screen and show you the first image here. I believe it's up there. So this one shows there is no shape for a girl. This is no shape for a girl, excuse me. It's a pear shape, which many women are shaped like that. They're maybe smaller up top and have thicker hips. And so I found it interesting how this first image specifically points out that pear-shaped body is not sexy. The wording in it directly calls out the fact that women need help reshaping their body if it's not proportioned properly. Specifically, I don't know if you can read it, but it says, it's all around panels do more for you than a little girdle. They're lined up to help you where you need help most. So they're telling you that, you know, the way that you look is wrong. Let's help you fix that. So from the jump, they're telling you that you don't look right. Whereas this second image that I found here, it says empower all bodies. And so this one is, you know, definitely more diverse than the first one. You have a woman in a wheelchair, and you also have a trans woman. So it's definitely more inclusive and representative to the normal population of Americans than that first image, especially that statement that empower all bodies does just that. That's an inclusive statement to accept your body and feel empowered by it. So overall, again, I feel like we've come a long way as a society with these certain topics, but with a lot of change definitely comes with resistance from people. Those who don't want change, they like the way things are now. So my question to you is, as a teacher, how would you handle a student or parent who doesn't agree with certain sexual orientations, other than being a straight cisgendered person? How would you respond to that? So thanks for watching my video, and I'm going to try to figure out how to stop this. All right. Oh, there it is.